Tonight, we are pulling back the curtain on a musical phenomenon that has the entire industry questioning the very limits of human potential, and some are even calling it a calculated deception. When 10-year-old Melnick Virgolino first walked onto the national stage, he didn't just play the guitar. He dismantled every preconceived notion of what a child is capable of achieving. Dressed in gear that looked like it belonged on a world tour, this pint-sized powerhouse delivered a performance of Born to be Wild that was so technically flawless, it sparked an immediate firestorm of controversy across social media. Our investigative team looked into the initial reaction, and the data is staggering. Within hours, veteran musicians were flooding forums, claiming that no child, regardless of practice, could possess the muscle memory required for those specific polyrhythmic slides. The skepticism wasn't just noise. It was a genuine disbelief in the biological possibility of his talent. We've seen child prodigies before, but Melnick represents something different, a level of precision that feels almost manufactured. The way his hands move across the fretboard isn't just fast, it's eerily efficient, leading many to wonder if we are witnessing a natural gift or the result of a grueling behind-the-scenes regime that the public hasn't been allowed to see. The Prodigy paradox is real. The better he plays, the more people refuse to believe it's actually him doing the work. This tension has created a viral vacuum, where every note is scrutinized by millions of amateur detectives looking for a slip-up that never seems to come. But as we dug deeper into his 2026 tour schedule, the evidence started to point toward a reality that is far more complex than a simple viral kid story. But the questions about his authenticity were only the beginning of a much darker narrative brewing backstage. While the world saw a self-taught miracle, our sources have uncovered a high-level mentorship involving one of the most feared names in heavy metal history. The narrative being pushed is often that of a natural talent, but the truth is far more calculated. Reports have surfaced that Melnick hasn't just been practicing in his bedroom. He has been under the direct tutelage of Kiko Loureiro, the virtuoso, formerly of Megadeth. This isn't just a casual lesson once a week. It's a systematic transfer of legendary skills. When you watch Melnick perform in his 2026 showcases, you aren't just seeing a kid playing rock. You're seeing the technical DNA of a thrash metal icon being grafted onto a 10-year-old. This mentorship explains the robotic perfection that has baffled critics. Loureiro is known for his surgical precision, and he has clearly passed that trait down to his Pro 20. However, this raises a sensitive question. Is Melnick being allowed to be a child, or is he being molded into a corporate rock product? We spoke with industry insiders who suggest that the intensity of his training is unlike anything the industry has seen since the days of the Jackson 5. The rumors of burnout are already starting to circulate in the elite circles of the Los Angeles music scene. Skeptics point to his lack of mistakes as evidence of a joyless, mechanical upbringing. Yet, when you see him smile during a solo, the narrative shifts again. Is it possible to be both a technical machine and a genuine fan of the craft? The crossover between his 2025 AGT run and his 2026 professional debut shows a massive jump in complexity, suggesting that the hidden training sessions are reaching a fever pitch. This isn't just a hobby. It's a career being launched with the precision of a SpaceX rocket. But even with a legend in his corner, Melnick was about to face a physical challenge that almost ended the dream before the first chord was struck. At the height of his fame, a terrifying health scare nearly silenced the young star, leading to a desperate race against time that the cameras never captured. The glitz of the America's Got Talent stage hides a lot of pain, and for Melnick, the semifinals were almost a catastrophe. We've confirmed through sources close to the production that on the morning of his most viral performance, the young guitarist woke up in a state of physical collapse. He was reportedly unable to swallow, his throat constricted by a sudden and aggressive illness that threatened to take away his voice and his focus. In the high-stakes world of live television, a no-show is a career killer, and the pressure on a 10-year-old to perform through that kind of physical distress is unimaginable. While the audience saw a high-energy rock star sliding across the stage, the reality was a child running on pure adrenaline and specialized medical honey just to stay upright. This hidden struggle humanizes the figure that many had dismissed as a guitar bot. It reveals a level of grit that mirrors the legends he idolizes. Eddie Van Halen was famous for playing through pain, but he was a grown man. Seeing this level of resolve in a child is both inspiring and, frankly, a bit concerning. The speculation about the cost of his success began to intensify after this incident. Was he pushed to perform, or was it his own internal drive? The optics of a sick child being sent out under the hot lights for ratings is a topic that many in the industry are hesitant to discuss openly. Yet, he didn't just survive the set, he thrived, turning a potential disaster into the performance that would solidify his status as a frontrunner. It was this moment of resilience that caught the attention of the Van Halen estate, sparking rumors of a massive tribute project. But as the comparisons to Eddie grew louder, so did the accusations of a sophisticated syncing scam. Critics are calling it the Brown Sound rebirth, but the technical similarities to Eddie Van Halen have sparked a fierce debate over whether Melnick is a pioneer or a high-end mimic. To understand the weight of the next Eddie title, you have to understand the technicality of the music. In his recent 2026 performances, Melnick has moved beyond simple covers and into the realm of complex tonal replication. He is using specific vintage gear to recreate Eddie's famous brown sound, a warm, saturated distortion that most pros spend a lifetime trying to master. Our technical analysis of his live feed at the 2026 NAMM show revealed something startling. His tapping technique isn't just an imitation, it's a perfect mirror of Van Halen's 1978 breakthrough style. This has led to a split in the guitar community. On one side, you have the purists who believe he is the chosen one to bring rock back to the mainstream. On the other, there are those who claim he is being programmed to play these specific licks to maximize nostalgia and profit. The financial stakes are massive. Rumors are swirling of a signature guitar line with a major manufacturer that could be worth millions before he even hits puberty. This kind of commercialization of a child is a sensitive area, and we have to be careful how we phrase the accusations. Is he a musician, or is he a brand? The accusations surfaced that his father, a talented musician in his own right, might be the true architect of the sound, perhaps even playing from behind the curtain. However, high-definition 2026 concert footage has largely debunked this, showing Melnick's fingers perfectly synced with every harmonic and dive bomb. He is clearly doing the work, but the question remains, at what cost? As he moves into the later half of 2026, the shadow of Eddie Van Halen looms larger than ever, and the pressure to innovate rather than just imitate is reaching a breaking point. Despite the evidence, a vocal group of online skeptics continues to push a narrative of deception, claiming the Melnick phenomenon is the greatest hoax in modern music. In the age of digital manipulation, trust is a rare commodity. For every million fans Melnick gains, there is a subculture of truthers dedicated to proving he is a fraud. The rumors reached a fever pitch following a 2026 televised event where a slight audio lag made it appear as though his hands weren't matching the sound. This sparked a viral firestorm, with exposed videos racking up millions of views in days. These theorists claim that a 10-year-old's hands are physically too small to reach certain chords, suggesting that ghost players are handling the heavy lifting. We investigated these claims, looking for any criminal accusations of fraud or consumer deception within the industry. What we found was the opposite. Melnick has invited skeptics to watch him play unplugged in intimate settings to prove the critics wrong. Yet, the internet jury is often uninterested in the truth. Once a scandal goes viral, the psychological impact on a child being called a fake by millions of adults is a dark side of the YouTube era that we cannot ignore. It's a form of digital bullying that has become part of the Prodigy experience. The speculation is that these rumors are actually being fueled by jealous competitors within the industry, older virtuosos who feel threatened by a child taking their spot on the festival circuits. This gatekeeping of the guitar world is a controversial topic, but it's a key part of why Melnick's story is so compelling. He isn't just fighting to play the notes. He's fighting for his reputation in a world that wants to see him fail. As we look at the final chapter of his 2026 journey, the stakes couldn't be higher for the kid from New York. As 2026 draws to a close, we have to ask, is Melnick Virgolino a flash in the pan, or the savior of a genre that many thought was off years ago? The trajectory for this young artist is unlike anything we've seen in decades. He has successfully navigated the reality television curse and emerged as a legitimate touring force, but the road ahead is fraught with the typical traps of child stardom. We've seen many sensations disappear once the novelty of their age wears off. To truly be the next Eddie Van Halen, Melnick will have to do more than just play the hits. He will have to write the anthems of a new generation. The industry is watching closely to see if he can transition from a performer to a creator. There are already whispers of an original album in the works for late 2026, one that reportedly leans into a heavier, more modern sound. If he succeeds, he could single-handedly revive the Guitar Hero era for Gen Alpha. If he fails, he risks becoming a trivia question. The controversy, the health scares, and the faking it allegations have all served to build a mythos around him that most artists spend 20 years constructing. He has the spotlight, he has the gear, and he has the endorsement of legends. Now, all that's left is the music. As he prepares for his first global headlining tour, the world is waiting with bated breath to see if he can handle the weight of the crown. It's a story of talent, pressure, and the relentless pursuit of perfection in an era that is quick to judge and even quicker to move on. One thing is certain: whether you believe the hype or not, you can't look away. But as the final notes of 2026 ring out, we're left with a thought-provoking reality. If a 10-year-old can master the world's most difficult instrument, what does that say about the future of human creativity in an increasingly automated world?